Tonight, we now know who will lead the state's new cannabis agency. This is her. Her name is Erin Dupree. She's a longtime consultant and entrepreneur, but has never worked in government.
Chief political reporter John Croman joins us with more on Dupree and the big job ahead of her. John?
Hey, that's right. Erin Dupree will be leading a monumental task to create a new state agency and get staffed up to 150 employees in the next year or so. She's a longtime consultant on business startups, and this endeavor definitely qualifies as a startup.
Nearly 4 months after Governor Walz signed the adult use cannabis bill into law, he has appointed the person who will run the show for the state.
I'm also really excited to create an industry for Minnesota that is based on craft, right? We want craft grows, we want micro and meso businesses to be the heart of this industry.
Erin Dupree introduced herself to the Capitol Press in a virtual news conference.
Low dose hemp derived market has actually been really good for Minnesota as we lead up to legalization. I think it's been helping make sure that there's access.
Dupree has operated Lunacy, a low dose hemp product business in Apple Valley, but has also consulted marijuana startups in several other states that legalize the drug already.
We don't have to reinvent the wheel here. You know, we're lucky as the 23rd state to legalize. We can look back on the other 22 states, look and see what's been good and what's not been good, and use that to help create policy and rulemaking here.
Dupree concedes she lacks government experience, but she feels her work dealing with cannabis regulators in other states has prepared her for the role. Heading an agency that will include licensing a wide variety of players in what's expected to be a $1 billion commercial marijuana industry in Minnesota starting in 2025.
My experience does translate. The people that we're going to be working with are people that I already know. The industry itself, I'm well versed in. I understand what they're already working towards.
The state posted the first key staff positions, 9 staff positions last week. Dupree says they've already received hundreds of applications for those jobs. For the time being, the Office of Cannabis Management will be located inside the Department of Agriculture building in St. Paul. No word yet on whether they're going to get their own place or if they're going to get one. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, John.